On. Hi guys, welcome back to Tech Chats with Sunkanmi, and I'm here with Trust Jamin. Yay, Trust Jamin. So how I know Trust is that from what I see here, is a developer relations engineer. You help developers use modern tools to build cool applications, and you believe constant learning improvements, which are the catalysts for personal and professional growth, so that you can empower an individual to adapt to change, overcome challenges, and unlock their full potential. So, meaning that you're always learning, and the skills I'm seeing here, oh my gosh, he's also the co-founder of Community Leads Africa, the DevRel Community Lead for Polygon Guide Lagos. He has written for sites like Twilio, community manager for Notion Lagos. Hey, I have a boss here. Kai. And he's also the organizer for GG Sapele. Please let's give a round of applause. Round of applause to Jamin. I met Jamin through, so if you guys don't know, um I met Jamin through the DevRel camp meetup that happened last Saturday. And I came in late. I'm not a late comer, but I just came in late that particular day. I thought it was Nigerian time. Those that know, know. But basically, I came in a bit late and I met him speaking halfway during his talk. But even that halfway, I got to learn a lot about why travel matters as a DevRel engineer, the items that you need to know about when you are going to the embassy, how to navigate these challenges as a software engineer or technical writer, or even a general engineer that is in Nigeria, right? So I got to learn a lot personally, and I was saying it would be very good for us to have a conversation on my podcast. So, because as he was talking, he was coming with so much flair with his fine shades and like very expensive shirts that people have been complimenting online. And it's like this guy is somebody that would really spark interest in my audience. So I'm saying it to be perfect for you to be on this podcast. So welcome, welcome. Do you have anything to say? One thing to say to our people?
Yeah, thank you very much for the intro, Sunkanmi. What's the correct pronunciation of your name?
Sukomi.
Sunkanmi.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Thank you very much for the intro. My shirt is not expensive; it's a very cheap shirt. But
Okay.
I'm very happy to be here. I think when we met at the Devre Camp meetup, the
Yes.
conversations we had was very interesting. So
Yeah.
excited about this.
Yeah. So one thing I did was that I wrote an article about my experience. I don't know if you've seen it, right? But I
Yeah.
wrote,
I think
yeah,
Koa just pointed it to me this morning, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." I wasn't expecting that, but that's very cool.
yeah, I had to because it did make an impact in my life. I mean, I got to meet people like you. I got to learn new things that I didn't even know about, like the current visa index position for Nigeria. We're actually one of the best countries you can be a citizen, in you just have to like prepare to fight everybody fighting. You understand? So like you to train your mind, but you have to train your mind. As per our 95 out of 109 on the list.
Wow.
Shocking. So yeah. Why say wow? You know this, you're the one that wrote it. You're the one that wrote it. Anyway, um now can you just walk so for our audience here, can you just walk us through your tech journey a bit? Just give us a little insight into your tech journey. I know you've been asked this question a whole lot of times, but how did you start? Where did you graduate from? Did you have any challenges when you were starting, and how did you overcome them? Just give us a brief overview about yourself.
Okay. Well, that's a lot to unpack. Okay. So let's go back a little bit.
Yes.
What? So sometime in 2017. Yeah, sometime in 2017, that was when I sort of like came across programming and also like how to build cool stuff. Before then, I'm always a fan of mobile devices and how to like I I'm someone who naturally I think logically on how to figure things out. So
Yeah.
whenever I see something, I know that there's a pattern on how it works, and also there's a way to couple it together, and there's a way to split it apart. So I always think like that. That's how I approach any problem, even if it's family issues as well. So sometime in 2017, I came across like programming, and I was like introduced to it, but it didn't really stick. So then my elder brother was uh, it got stick for him, so he went forward with it, and for that he moved to Lagos. So 2017, I was still on my own, and I did not have a laptop, so I had to come up with a plan to first get a laptop, because when I saw that, programming was something good.
Yeah.
I was online reading that. During that time, Facebook was the most active place. So I was online reading posts from people like the Samson, the Shady, and all that. I think I was friends with them on Facebook, so I was seeing what they were doing, and it was really good. So
Mad. Oh.
I gingered myself. I gingered myself. So the main reason I chose tech was more like the background I came from was quite poor. Quite poor. So after my secondary school in 2015,
Yeah.
going to higher was not up for discussion, and so I was trying to look for a way. Everybody said I should go learn a skill. I should go learn tailoring, but everybody was doing tailoring at the time, and
Ah,
there was
tailoring
this
care.
specific kind of money I was looking for, this specific kind of life I
Interesting.
was looking for. Everybody I have seen that are doing tailoring, they don't have it. So
Mm.
I decided that, oh, I will look for something else. And then when I looked for, I got to know about programming, and then I tried. I tried. The problem, there were a lot of problems. The first problem
Okay.
was that what resources should I use for learning? That was one. The second problem was that I grew up in a small town in Delta State called Saple. I don't know if you've heard of
Mm.
it before.
I have. I
So
have. Yeah.
there was literally no one doing anything related to tech. During that time, fraud was also like very rampant, and
Very
so almost
important.
everybody was trying to learn Yahoo or something. So it was difficult for me, but I think my brother told me to use W3 School, and that was what I was using for a while
What year
to
was
learn.
this though? Do you stay?
This
Have you
was
stayed
2017. This was
2017?
20. Yeah. So I was using W3 School, but at the same time I was doing menial jobs to like save up for a laptop.
Mm. Mm.
There's no job I've not done in this life. You'll be surprised if you
Ah,
ask me. So during that time I was trying to like get a laptop.
is
So
the
I was
Ashawo
doing
job part of it?
no, no,
Ashawo.
no, no. As long as no, that I don't do that. As long as it's legal, something that require my hard work. So
Okay.
I did bricklaying. I did various
For real?
things.
Eh?
Yeah. So
You did
so
bricklaying?
and then I think what actually got me my laptop was that my mom had one
Yeah.
kind of business like that,
That would be
where
fun.
we get cement bags, we wash them, and then
Yeah.
we make them into mats and sell them to those in the riverine area. So that was what
Wow.
she told me, that if I can handle the business and generate revenue and all that, then I can use it to save some money to
To
get my
get a
laptop.
laptop.
So that was how during towards the end of 2017, that was what I focused on. And so I was doing that with no shame, back to back. The idea was to save up to how much, 70K for a laptop. So I finally did. I did, and I got my first laptop, one HP EliteBook 8440p.
Hmm.
So I got it, and then I started learning W3 school, and then I realized that I'm just starting. So I was still learning W3 school. It was difficult, and then one of my brother's friend, I think the guy stepped into Sapley, visited, and I told him what I was doing, and turns out he was also doing the same thing as well, but it wasn't. He was also doing the same thing. That's what I can say. And then he recommended Udemy to me, that I should get a course on Udemy, that it will help me better. So I got a course on Udemy. I started learning both of them. At the time, I did not know what I was learning, but I was sure that, okay, since I have nothing else to do in terms of like career wise or education, I should just focus on this. And during that time, my parents were killing me that you are wasting your time. Why are you pressing laptop? Laptop would not do you anything. So there was all of those things, and then I moved on. So because of the fact that there was nobody around me doing what I was doing, it was very discouraging. It was as if I was wasting my time. Sometimes I ask myself that question. So,
So how
um,
long did you now go without making money for
oh,
in tech? Yeah.
hold on, I'm coming to the whole of
Mm,
2017. I did not make money. I was just learning, nothing else. So,
mm,
towards December in 2017, I noticed that Warri is very close to Saple. So I
mm,
noticed that there was a tech meetup happening. It was the first in Warri. So there was a tech meetup happening towards December in 2017. And it was happening like the next week when I got to know about it. The next weekend, I carried my bag, told my parents, fume. I entered Worry just to attend the tech event. So I met a few folks. I met some people. We talked, and I realized that I'm not the only one. No. People are here. People are doing these things. Are you not sure I'll come to Worry like that? So they were all saying that and things, and I
mm.
enjoyed the meetup. I even wrote a blog post about it. I think that was my first piece that I wrote. There are so
Mad.
many errors if I go back and read that thing, but that was my first piece I wrote. And
Mad.
then in January 2018, one of the guys that hosted the meetup said his small company was looking to hire a UI UX designer. Now,
Mm,
before now, the things I've learned was HTML and Java and CSS. I tried JavaScript, but it was too difficult for me, so I left it.
mm,
But I was quite good with HTML and CSS. I've
mm,
sort of done some tiny projects that where I can show for visuals. And so when the guy said that, I was like, I reached out to him that I can work this work. Oh. He was like, can I work the work? He said I should send him my portfolio. I sent him my pack portfolio, and then he said I should come to Warri for an interview. I went for an interview. We did the interview. They asked me questions and things like that, and they told me that the role is for actually a UI UX designer. So
I'm
you
not.
design with
Yeah.
Figma. At the same time, you also interpret those designs using HTML and CSS. I was like, okay, no problem. I can do it. I can use Figma. I've already played around with design before, so I can use Figma. So I did it, and they said, okay, I can start. I can start like in the next month, and this is the salary expectation for the role. Uh, my starting salary was 5,000 naira. So that was 2018, yeah. So I that was the pay, my take home pay every month. And during
Wow.
that time, I would I'll do a UI UX design, I'll interpret it with HTML and CSS. I was really excited about that role. Like I give it my all. So that was the time I learned. That was the time I learned how to actually interact with a real life product and things like that. And then that was when I also started learning JavaScript because I requested for courses relating to JavaScript and front end frameworks and things like that. So I think my CEO there later got hired by Atlat by Wema, and so the company. I stayed at the company for a while. I tried to like help him run almost everything, but in the end, it did not work because during that time I spent my old savings, and more the money was getting exhausted, and then I had to move on. So I moving on from 2018, I then joined a boot camp. I then joined a boot camp to try to learn more about like to improve on my skills in terms of
Yeah.
like JavaScript and things like that. But it turns out the boot camp it was mainly for beginners. So I ended up teaching attendees as well, along with myself, with the little knowledge I know. So the only good part was that I later got the owner and the instructor. They got to know me very well and
Okay, okay.
created acquaintance, and they later gave me more advanced courses to learn on my own. So move fast forward to 2019, I started like learning more about JavaScript. I went back to my parents' home because job when I had work before, work. So I went
Mm.
back to my parents'
Where
home.
were you staying now during 2018 to 2019 then? Where were you staying?
Okay, so 2018. Fortunately, I had one relative in Warri, and so I was staying there. And yeah, that relative issue of you're wasting your life was also there, but I did not send. I just wanted to learn and improve. So
Mm.
fast forward to 2019, I was still
Yeah.
learning, and then I haven't even started learning React then. But then my brother in Lagos, I told him about like my whole predicament and things like that. So he told me that there was one client he used to work for. The guy is in Saple, and the guy they build website for him and things like that. So he said if um, it's possible that the guy needs someone to work on a project that if I can help him. So I was like, sure, I can now. So he connected me with the guy and things like that. And then the guy asked me to build a website that has authentication, that has a DB, and that you can list articles on because they are
Mm,
publishing.
mm,
It's more like the kind of articles is not like blog posts, it's like publications. So everything I charge 50K. The guy was like, okay. I charged this guy 50K. The guy said, okay. I was like, okay, you have to make a 70% deposit before I can start work. This guy sent me 30. Jesus. That was the
eh,
first business I made in tech. I was like, wow, so I can make 50K from just building a single website alone. Okay. I spent in And the funny part was that I did not know React. So I
mm,
started learning React on the job and implementing React on the go right there. So I was able to build it out. It was successful, it was good, it was working fine. And then the guy paid me, he gave me other jobs. So the whole of 2019, I was more
yeah,
like freelancing at a bit. So but it was mainly for him. So we had multiple projects that we were working on
mm,
and I was building and just moving on like that. So we moved on from there. We moved on from there into another one, and then in 2020, I moved on to. I've made a few friends, and I started doing startup because I was a huge fan of community. Because community was the first place I got to meet people, so I was always doing community as on the side.
yeah,
So 2020, I tried startup. It did not work out well though. It came out in shambles. So I left towards the end of 2020 after COVID hit and
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
And then I started looking for an official job. So my first international job was in 2021. Although there were so many terrible experiences interviewing with both Nigerian companies and things like that, but I think one of the bad experience I had was so before then I did not like start I like I said, I did not have this normal route of okay, after finishing your high school, you move on to
yeah,
the uni
university.
and things like that. So I did not have university degree. So when I interviewed with one company, after doing everything, they said they sent me an offer that I should sign, and I was like, one of the requirements was that I should provide my NYC certificate. I told them that I did not have one, and then the job required me to move to Lagos. The pay was
Yeah,
300 in 2020. I'm supposed to start 2021.
mm-hmm,
The pay is 300K per month and things like that. So it required me to move to Lagos and to take care of myself. So when they asked for it, I told them I did not have it. The HR went back and told me that they will review the offer. So I was like, okay, they should review the offer and get back to me. And they came back to me with reducing 750K from my salary annually. I was like, bro, that's too much. How much is rent? That money is
wow,
enough to pay my rent for the year. So that's too
wow.
much. While communicating with the HRO, the HRO asked me like, you are young. What do you want to do with money? You don't need
No vex. So I
that,
just
that
want to,
was
I don't want to play with it.
that thing just triggered me because I know somebody else has told me while I was learning as well when I was
Yeah,
begging them to where I was working when I was begging them to increase my pay from 5K upwards. That was the same question I got. So I just told the HR, no problem. Let's just
wait,
leave
how
it
old
at
were
that.
you then? How old were you then?
20.
20,
That was
2020,
21. I was
21
21
rather.
then. I was 21.
Okay, 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 okay.
So that was what the HR said, and I was like, okay, no problem. Let's leave it at that. So good luck to you.
Hmm,
So 2021 in that same 2020 I kept on like applying for jobs, looking for jobs, trying to like push it for the international space, and then I
yes,
got one feedback, felt like magic. So I got one feedback from one company called Bijamas. It's a Jamstack agency,
I've heard
and
of
we
that.
did the
I've heard of
interview. Everything came out successfully. They sent me an offer. The offer was that I would receive 2K per month. I was like, I could not
that.
believe my eyes.
Ah,
Like,
Madu,
I received $2,000 per
what
month.
were you
So
going to
did you
do for them though? What was the job?
The
Description.
job description was front end.
Front end.
You
Okay.
work heavily as a front end engineer, so it involves integrating, building front end applications using a
Okay.
CMS or using a Jamstack kind of architecture.
Yeah.
I I did that, and the offer was 2K. I then started thinking about how I started receiving 5K as my salary, and this is where
Mm,
I am now. And then how I got offered um, 300K naira per month, and this is where I am now. So I was
mm.
really grateful. I think that was the first time I actually cried about my career. Like, guy, so there's actually a part if you put put in the pressure. So I did that, and after a while, Bijamas ended, and during my time in Bijamas, I was actively doing a lot of community things, events, hosting specifically hosting, and also various things around like community events and things like that. So I think sometime in 2022, I asked myself like, since you are doing all of these community things, why not just take it full time? Why not just go into DevRel and just focus on that
Mind you, you were
since
still
you
working in pajamas then, right?
yeah, I was still working in Bijamas, and then
Okay.
I was also like writing some uh internal articles for Bijamas
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so I I said, okay, let's give it a shot. So I started. The funny part was that before then, I haven't done anything technical writing. I was saying like, oh, I'll write articles, but I I would do it. I would do it. But what gave me the edge of writing articles was that before then, in terms of the community activities I've been doing, we've
Yes.
been hosting like training sessions. I stand as facilitator, trainer for various of these tech events, and so and also I think the reason why I often tell myself that each time I try to come into somewhere as a learner, I end up being a teacher trying to teach people about something.
Mm,
It's weird, but majority of the times that is how where I always find myself. And I later come to the understanding that the reason is because my dad is a teacher, and he always has that he has instilled in us generally his kids that inclination of trying to teach somebody something for them to learn better.
I see.
So it was always there. So in 2023, 2022, I said I would do that, but in 2023, I I started like exploring technical writing properly, and it wasn't until like around July, I mid of the year, I started like, oh, okay, let's write some articles. I started writing articles. I wrote some for my blog to try to push them, and after writing like a couple of articles, one company, Epify reached out to me that I should help write a couple of articles for their blog as well. So I wrote some for Epify blog, and then I was also like writing some other articles, and I'm doing some things. So in 2023, towards the end of it, I came across directors. So my background in engineering as working as a front end for pajamas basically
Mm-hmm.
meant that I deal a lot with a lot of CMS and a lot of
Yes.
content management tools. So I
Wait,
like to
can you
compare them.
tell me a bit more about your job at pajamas? How did you even apply? How did you get it in the first place? Because it
Oh,
seems
okay.
because I'm even seeing it like I'm seeing it in your profile currently, and I noticed that the job is in Poland. Also in your profile, I noticed that you have a BS in computer science and you ended in
Mm,
2020. So how did that? Oh, so you didn't graduate in 2020 is what you're saying? Like you haven't graduated yet, and that's why they had to
yeah,
reduce your. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I
yeah,
see, okay, I see.
yeah.
So,
So
oh, so
it
even
was
during that
around that
period, it was
20.
computer science. Okay, I see, okay. You can explain, you can explain, sorry.
Yeah, so I think pajamas was like it was LinkedIn that gave me that job. So during that time
Mm,
where after doing startup and I realized that there's each point of the year I get a specific realization that guy, nobody is coming to save you. You have
mm,
to put in the effort to save yourself. There's no
mm,
backup plan for you. You're not like other people that, oh, if nothing works, they'll go to their uncle or they'll go to their
yeah,
father. You
yeah,
don't. You know where
yeah.
you're coming from. So
Mm.
I started looking for jobs. I was very serious about looking for jobs in terms of like bombing. At that time, I was applying to up to like 50 jobs per day. when looking for job that during that late 2020 period. So it was I was applying on LinkedIn, and then that was how I got to. I did not even know Bijamas responded to my job application. So it was just, oh, I applied to various companies. So what I did was there were two ways I was applying. One is the normal application where you apply on the job website.
Yes.
Another is using the easy apply on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Then I had a mobile app. Just filter the jobs based on like easy applied, and on the go wherever I am using my mobile device. If I see me pressing my phone, you think I'm doing something else. I lie. I'm just applying for jobs. That's the only thing I'm doing. So while applying, I think Bijava's got me. A few other companies got back to me though. I did a couple of interviews during that period, I would say. So it wasn't
Written
bad.
technical, was it technical as well? Obviously, it has to be
Many of them
technical.
was technical, many of them was written, some I failed, some I passed, some due to location. It was a few days, some while back while I was checking my email, I saw one that during that time I spoke with companies from Chicago and all that, and they rejected me because of my time zone and my location
That
and
would be
things like that.
painful. Normal as a
Yeah.
Nigerian at this point.
As a normal Nigerian, I think there
Yes.
was one that was really positive, but the issue was the software they were working on. We were working on
Yeah.
a financial software for the Canadian government that will help to like prevent money laundering and crime and financial crimes. So the moment I said I was from Nigeria, they were like, no, they like my skill set. They can't work with that based on
This
what they
is
are
bad
doing.
reputation, no. I think we have to. So here's it. So this is what I think. Sorry, this is what I think. I think we have to keep producing more people to give us a good representation. For example,
Yeah.
now you have worked with remote companies, and even your current company upload care that you are working as a technical writer, developer relations engineer, and whatnot. Even your current company, yeah, because you are there, I'm pretty sure they will see Nigeria as different. We have we
Yeah.
have a we have a problem of being seen as scams. So it's good that we have to produce more people in this tech space that will represent us to be fair and good. I like seeing stories like I like hearing about stories like yours and knowing that there are still people out there still trying to push it. And there are many others. Hack Sultan too is there, like Prosper is there. A lot of people are there. So I love what we're doing. But boy, it's still sad that that image, that stain on our image that it can't be removed easily. It's sad. It's
It's
sad.
I think it will fade away gently though. It's happening. So I think the removing that stain mostly comes from the fact that, oh, if you are the first Nigerian to be hired somewhere, you have to bring in your
Yes.
best. For
Yes, your
Pajamas, I was the
best.
first Nigerian to be hired, and after that, I think after that they started hiring other Nigerian when they saw the way I was working and things like that. So before I left, I know that they hired up to like five other Nigerians or
Ah,
something like
ah,
that
ah,
then.
ah.
So it was good. So I feel like it's mostly that responsibility of like, oh, removing that stain from our name.
Yes.
It boils down to each one of us and the way we work, our work culture, what we bring to the table, and what will convince people that we are. So um, most often, most of the places where I've been to, I'm mostly the only Nigerian. Currently at my company, I'm the only person from Africa working for them. So,
Uh-huh.
but the kind of conversations or the positivity I've given to them, it's
Yes.
something that they've enjoyed it so much that they're always saying that they want to visit Lagos someday.
That's
Definitely, if I
nice.
recommend somebody from Nigeria for work for them, they'll be very happy to work with that person.
Madu. Madu. I didn't know that. I didn't know this is very cool. This is very nice. I like to hear things like that. Okay, now back to your story. Back to your path rather. So now
Yeah.
when you got the job, how did you get it? So you were just applying randomly to different places, and luckily
Mm.
for you. But mind you, the way I understand your story is that you have already applied yourself to various things. You didn't care how hard the technology was because you didn't have a choice. So you are already been pushed to a wall, and I think it's profound because sometimes our safety net can be our own downfall. So we have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. We have to walk like there's no other choice, if that makes any
Yeah.
sense. So
Yeah.
during that period, what would you say was a major challenge in learning, and how did you overcome it? What would you say was the major challenge during that period of learning and getting
Yeah.
your work done, and how did you overcome it? Were there any
My,
bugs in your code that it just make you think about your life? Because, oh boy, this
there,
development
there,
journey, sometimes I don't used to, I get bugs and code, I'll be like, I can't fix this, it's
so
really
there's one
hard, though.
thing.
Yeah,
If you ask me how is
yeah,
programming or if you should
yeah.
learn programming, I'm the only person. I'm not sure I'm the only person, but I'm not the person that will tell you that it's easy. You can do it. I'll tell you straight up that programming is difficult.
Mm,
Programming is one of the hardest thing I've done in my life. So it's hard, but it's rewarding. So in terms of challenges, there were various, both
yeah.
physical, external and internal. So let me give some example. During that time when I was learning and I was trying to like do things, I was broke. Then, bro, I could not afford like the normal data. What I
Wow.
usually do then was there was this MTN 9 gig that they were doing then, like 2 gig for the whole night. Start by 12 p.m., ends by 6 a.m. So what will happen is I'll prepare all the things I want to do that requires me going into the internet, maybe to fix a bug or to deploy something or to test something. I'll prepare all of that for midnight
Yeah,
and I'll sleep around like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. and wake up by 12. And then from 12, and then our electricity, the problems were multiple. Our electricity only
in
comes
Nigeria, yes.
time from 12 to 2 p.m. to 2
Hey.
a.m. Sorry. That's the window that you have electricity to work. So what usually happens is my laptop can last for like an hour or two.
Mm-hmm.
So I will start working. If I sleep early, I'll start working as from 11, and then when 12 comes, I charge up. I use my internet, and then when 2 goes off, my laptop can still power up till like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., and then
Mm,
that's it. So that was what I was doing in terms of like, oh, trying to beat data subscription and also trying to beat electricity. We had a generator, but the cost of fuel, I had no money then, bro. So I could not afford like buying fuel all the time. It's only a few times when I got that gig of like 30, that was when I bought fuel a couple of times, but I realized that this thing was eating my money. So I
mm,
said I would never like. So those were just like some of the challenges I went through. And then again, learning itself was difficult. The reason was because I did not have somebody holding my hand. There was no mentor.
yes, there's no mentor.
Literally just trying to figure out everything on my own. So the good thing was that I used the internet a lot. I Google searched a lot of things. That was how I got to know that JavaScript is what is reigning for the web. React is the top framework. Angular follows suit before Vue even became very popular. So I did that and I was learning. It wasn't easy because I'm kind of like a slow learner. The only good thing about my slow learning is once I'm able to grab a concept, I'm with that concept for life. I can use it and adapt it to various situations. So when I first started learning JavaScript in
Yes.
2017, I left it. I left it for over a year. The reason was because I was trying to learn this thing. I could not understand it. I wasn't. What do you mean by there are methods in this thing and then there are class and each class inherits this or that from a class object and things like that. So it was very confusing for me. So I left it, and then I later came back, and a year later when I came back, it sort of made sense because I've explored other areas. So learning itself was very difficult because there was no learning path, but I was just like trying to figure out a lot of things. The thing that helped me was that I'm somebody who I like to learn by doing something. So,
Yes.
and that's what
Yes.
programming is all about. So, if you tell me that, this is an object and the
Learn by
object
doing, learn by doing.
method, okay, I'll spin it up, try to figure out, these are the methods available in the object. How do I use it? How do I do this? I'll try it multiple times to sort of like understand it. So I learned by doing a lot of things, and that was what like helped me. And so in terms of the challenges, I'm on the way a lot now. So in
Yeah,
terms of
yeah.
things like that, and then when it comes to like applying for jobs, I was always reviewing my CV, trying to like figure out what's next. I think what helped me to get my job with pajamas was that I I sort of like had a lot of pet projects that I've done in the past, and I was very ready to like I had this eager spirit to always want to try new things.
Mm,
If you have something new to try, call me. I'll be there as long as
nice, nice,
I
nice.
see it as something that aligns with my interest. I
Mm.
will be there to try it. So when they gave me a take-home test to work on at pajamas, I did it well, but I encountered a bug, and then the bug was very difficult for me to overcome. I tried it. I tried to fix it multiple times. I could not within the deadline. So what I did was that I sent the HRO a message and told her that, oh, CEO, I'm having this issue. I can't fix this bug right now. So how do you think? I'm not sure I'll be able to submit this right now, but if I should submit it, it was going to come with a bug.
Yeah.
So thankfully, the HR responded that, oh, that's fine. If I need more time, I should let her know. When would be the ideal date for me to submit it? I was like, the next day. That was what I told her. So I spent the whole night trying to like fix that bug
Fix
and
it,
make sure that
Abby.
so I was thankfully able to fix it. And then when I got into the interviews, I think mostly the reason why the way I got those, I started working for pajamas, or how I got the chance to work for pajamas and also other companies was more like I was prepared. So if I want
Mm-hmm.
to start applying for jobs right now, I will prepare myself months before I even start applying for the job. So I often tell myself that success is when opportunity meets
Means
preparation.
preparation, yes. Opportunity means
The
preparation, yes. Correct.
opportunities are always there, but if you're not prepared, they won't come.
They won't
You
come.
won't get them.
Fact.
So when they,
Fact.
when they come, you won't get them. So I always try
Fact.
to like prepare, try to figure out, oh, what are the things I need to learn, or what are the questions I need to prepare myself for while trying to like when somebody would interview me, what would they see in me like, oh, this thing. So those are the things I considered then, and then I try to like do them to actually do. But in terms of challenges, there were a lot now.
Oh boy, this your journey just dey inspire me. Be like say I go blast pajamas like this. So, but then again, it's like they have more technical writers and front end engineers. I'll say try, sha. I'll say try. Anyway, trust. So far,
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the conversation. Can you just delve, like, lead me through your favorite open source projects that you've worked on in recent time, the tools you used, how you discovered it, and if there's any tips you can give us for discovering open source projects, you can just share with us here.
Okay, so I often say that it's quite difficult for somebody who is just starting out to hop into the open source. So I think I've contributed to quite a few, but the contribution I enjoyed the most wasn't really like a tool I used. It was a tool like I envied. Like, oh, these guys have a very good product and it's quite good. I started testing how to use it, and then that was how I started contributing to their repo. It's like Grafana.
Grapha,
Grafana is like
hey, hey,
a system
this
for
man is
monitoring.
mentioning big companies like this. Hey, interesting.
So I think I haven't since last year. I haven't contributed to open source, which is quite bad. So when I checked out Grafana, I
Yes.
was trying to learn how to use it, the concept and everything. So I was like just testing it out, and then I realized that it's an open source project. I
Mm-hmm.
went there. I went there, checked a couple of their issues to help fix some front end issues to help improve some components. So I started like contributing. I think that's the project I've contributed the most to because I had up to like um, 11 pull requests that was merged. I think and check. But I had up to like 11 or so pull requests that was
Full
merged.
request that was
But
made.
often, if okay, like eight, it's not up to 11. So, but if you're looking to contribute to open source, if you're
Yes.
looking to contribute to open source, the way you can do it is one, it could be a tool that you've enjoyed using. It could be a tool that you've enjoyed using. It could also be a tool that you've not used before. It's fine. The only thing what you should check out for is to check out if the project requirements align with your skill sets. So if it does, it gives you that edge that, oh, you can actually contribute to this tool effectively. So check if it aligns with your skill set, and also like if what they are doing is something that you can contribute to. So start small. You
Mm-hmm.
can use to find open source project. I think that GitHub Explore is there. Then open source, like open, then source as in tomato
Like
sauce. Or
stew.
something.
Okay, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Open source.
Open source has this project where you can find projects that are um, what's it called, where you can find projects that are like active and
Active, yeah, yeah, yeah.
so you can look for them through there. And Oktoberfest is also one as well. So
Yes, I
Oktoberfest,
do. Yes, yeah.
companies say comes out that, oh, they need help and things like that. But I like to contribute not during Oktoberfest because the fuzz is crazy during Oktoberfest. So I only contribute to a project when I feel like, oh, I can provide value for them, and I can help them build whatever they are building very well. So that's what I would say. But it fully depends on your skill set and your interest. So right now I know a few projects that I want to contribute to. The reason I want to contribute to them is not because okay, I just randomly come across them. It's because I've used them in the past. There's a specific feature that I'm looking for that they don't have, but I'm not the only one asking for the feature now.
So basically,
So
you have
somebody,
to look for a feature that you want to use not available on the projects that you love. If that makes sense.
it doesn't necessarily has to be a feature. It can be a feature, it
Mm.
can be a bug you
Can be a
notice.
bug.
Can be a bug you notice, you can help them fix it. Or it can just be something tiny that you notice that, oh, this thing is wrong, like this is not
Yes.
supposed to be like this. You can just create an issue, tell them about it, and also propose to fix it with a pull request. So the good part is you should be skilled enough to handle whatever you are pushing for them. Like, oh, when you point out an issue, you should be skilled enough to handle that issue and also to like make it work without fumbling or without doing it substandard. The thing is, a lot of these maintainers, they
Yes.
will help you like refine your pull requests to be up to standard. So you don't have to be so focused about making it the perfect pull request.
Mm. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, 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 okay. That makes a whole lot of sense. Ah, oh boy, I'm so happy that you're here. I did not know that this conversation will last. You know, it has been 41 minutes, sorry. It has been
Oh,
41 minutes. So I'll just ask you a few more questions so that you can go about your day. I wish you could do longer, right? I wish I could
we
do
can,
way
we can. I think I can stay a bit longer, but I'm
Okay,
not sure how
you're not
like
sure.
those
I
will
know. You would
be.
have to. You would definitely have to go soon. Now, tell me about Astro or any new technology. What new technology are you currently working on that you find very interesting? Or what is even your Can you also tell me your controversial take on maybe a language that is so much hated these days? You know, it's actually very good.
Hmm.
I might give you a hint. So you can just tell me your controversial take on a language that starts with J, for example, and ends with T, and has like one of the most popular developer frameworks ever. Like you can also tell
Yeah.
us more about that since you love you're a front-end person as well. I even noticed that your last article in 2025 was about the language. So you can tell us more about that. Just give me what new technology you're learning and your
Hmm.
language, your favorite language controversial take. Favorite language
So I'm currently learning. I won't say I'm currently learning anymore because I've used it variously, and it's one of the. I'm learning Astro because Astro they
Yes.
keep shipping new things every day, which
Yeah.
is cool. So I'm learning Astro. Astro is a good replacement for Gatsby.
Mm.
So I'm learning Astro. I think most of the blog posts or things you find out about directives and Astro, I wrote them because even the official documentation on Astro website on how to use directives, I wrote it as well. So I'm learning Astro, how to like use it for building applications and things like that. I even have a side project that I'm building with Astro, but Astro is very, it's interesting because most of the times I try not to integrate a UI framework like React
Yes.
or something into Astro, and to do everything from the Astro end, which is always like a pain. But it's good. It's good that I'm doing that because it helps me learn. I'm learning Astro, and at the same time I'm learning Python. The reason I'm learning Python is because currently the AI space is where I want to be
Hmm.
in the future. So I'm literally just like playing around with it to try to know what's going on and
You
how
might
I can
just
use
do
it.
everything. You've already done UI UX, you've done technical writing, you've done front end, and I'm sure you've done back end. You're not just mentioning. You've done back end. You're not
Okay,
doing developer roles. You see, just do
so
everything.
So backend, I've done backend actually. So the front end for pajamas, there are sometimes where you need to like the CMS might not be what you want, so you need to like do other this thing. And also for freelancing as well, I've handled like full blown backend services and APIs and everything. So I often feel like programming languages and whatever they are just tools to help you achieve whatever you're doing. So for that reason, I'm not more like I'm not like specific like, oh, it has to be this language. If it's not this language, we die here. It it doesn't affect me. If I see that, oh, React works better for this, okay, let's use React. If it's not working fine and Angular is the best use case for it, I'm gonna switch everything, take down the project, spin up Angular, and let's proceed as well. So um it has made me to explore a couple of languages. I've explored PHP, I've explored Golang, but right now it's Python is where I'm actually focused on. I just want to like learn it and also be able to interact properly with LLMs. So um, I think those are the language I've done, and that is what interests me. And then the controversial take is some people might not like it, but I feel like jQuery is still a good tool.
Hmm.
Aside from the bloating that jQuery provides, I feel jQuery is cool.
Well, that is
So jQuery
that
makes
is
it easy to
interesting.
do so many things without get element by ID, get element by query or whatever that you are looking for. Just use jQuery, just pick it
Who
up and
still
move ahead.
uses jQuery in 2025 though?
Yeah,
Who still
you can
uses
Google
jQuery?
it. You'll be surprised at the amount of people that still uses jQuery.
Ah, boy. I thought we moved on to anyhow, okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Anyway, um, gosh, I still want to go. So I'll ask you two more questions before you bounce out. Your current company is Upload Care, right? Your current
Yeah.
company is Upload Care. What would you say is now? This is obviously a company question. What would you say? And obviously, your people would want to watch. I don't know if they'll be listening right now, but I'm sure your people would listen to this part. So you can feel free to be careful or not be careful. I don't heads up ahead of time. So, what's your favorite thing working at Upload Care? And can you give us a brief overview of what you do? Let me even give you free advertisement. Free advertisement to my
Okay.
like 20,000 followers. Yeah.
Thank you. So, Upload Care is a file uploading service that we provide to other developers, such that you do not need to like create your own file uploading system from scratch. So, we
Yeah.
provide file uploading, file storage, image optimization, image transformation like cropping, manipulation, and things like that. All out of the box that just works. You pick it. It's a web component widget that you just pick, drop it into whatever front end application that you're building, and it's working fine. No long talk. No no beating around the bush. So I think that's our major selling point on what even differentiates us from our competitors. So what I do day to day is I write technical content. That
Yes.
involves like doing stuffs relating to our blog, creating technical articles for our blog, and also sometimes and also like updating documentation and also I also create YouTube videos for
Yeah,
us,
yeah, you did mention
and
that,
I
Jamin.
speak at webinars and events to talk about some of the things that we're building and help to fix that. And then I help to like fix issues when other developers ask for problems on how they can like fix something. So I
On GitHub now.
on Git
Or
on GitHub or on Twitter. On Twitter, you might see the official upload care account answering something. There's a high chance that I'm the one behind the scene saying what it's saying. So one and of this. Okay, but those are the things I do day to day. I do that and I reiterate. And I think my favorite part about working for them
yes.
is I think it's the company culture and the people that work here. They're one of the kindest people I've met.
Mm,
Literally, I think as of last month, my manager looked at me and she was like, "I noticed that you're not as hyper as you used to be. There's something wrong. There's something going on with you." She forced me to take some time off for the month, just go off work, just go relax myself and come back. And actually, it was something I needed. I knew I needed it, but I did not want to take it. So it
mm,
was good that she noticed it and she said that. So and then they I'm the only like Nigerian working for them. But when I joined them, they were almost everybody in the company. They are Russians. So there's this misconception that everybody has
Nigeria.
about Russians that
Okay.
I sort of had, but working with them sort of melted it away because I realized that they were the kindest people and their vibe is very good. Their vibe is good. They know how to make fun. They know how to crack jokes, and their work rates are as much as they play hard, they work harder as well. These guys they work harder and they are quite good at what they do. So it's literally fun. It's fun working for them. At this point, I really don't see it as a job. So I see it like,
Mm,
oh, I belong to something. I'm working for them. So it's what pushes me to sort of like do things in a way I would want it to work for me, not like, oh,
yeah.
this is job description. I should just do it and go away. So I think it's a very fun place to work for, to work with. You will anybody will enjoy it. It's good.
Okay, okay, okay. That's beautiful. I love that. I love that. So now, can you give us an inspiring quote? Even though it might be from Odumodu Black or I don't know. Can you give
Mm,
us some parting words as we end this podcast episode?
okay. So there's
Parting
always
words,
this word that
parting words.
I tell to almost all my friends and things like that. And I will say it here. Bombo. Bombo.
Also
Bombo.
for our international audience, bombing just means apply as much as you can every day, every time.
Yeah, put
Just
yourself out there as
put
much as
yourself
you can.
out there. Simple, yes.
Apply to if you are looking for a new job, apply to as
Yes.
various jobs as possible. Shoot for the moon. Yes, they say we should shoot for the stars. Don't worry, leave the stars away. Just shoot beyond what. Take more than you can shoot, and then
Mm,
when they give you, you collect the one that you can shoot. So I the new thing I discovered some a few months back is that, oh, if you keep targeting the sky,
yes.
you will only hit like the rooftop of a skyscraper.
Yes.
But if you keep targeting the moon, you're going to surpass the sky. So, as much as you're trying to be modest about what you want to go for the big things in life. If you settle for the not so big things, that's a good thing as well. So, put yourself out there. Keep putting yourself out there. Keep applying for jobs that you want. Definitely, one person is going to answer you someday, but just be prepared. Just be prepared. Be prepared in every way to make sure that, oh, you can prove them wrong. And then there's this thing I used to say is that if you're a Nigerian, life is already winning you 1-0. If you're an African, life is winning you 1-0. If you're a Nigerian, 2-0. If you live in Nigeria, Gongon, it's 3-0. And then
Gosh.
before we talk about your skill issue and other things and things
Yes.
like that you don't have, that's like 4-0. So how do you even start equalizing that kind of match?
Yeah.
So you have to bring your A game, and you have to make sure that you are prepared as much as possible to
Yeah.
handle everything that will come across your way. That's the only way you get to fight for the international space. So, Omo, as much as you want to do it, bombo, but be prepared with your
Yes.
bombing.
Yes. I like that. I like that. Bomb, but be prepared with your bombing. Anyway, thank you so much, Trust, for hopping up on the podcast. Thank you for giving us your story, for diving into open source, for diving into how you got your job at pajamas. It was, to me, it was very inspiring, and it's one of the things I love about conversations like this. You tell us the real things. You tell us the struggles. You tell us the pain points. You now give us how you solve them, right? Because there are many
Mm.
other people that will be watching this podcast. Sorry, that will be listening to this podcast. I just want them to know that if Trust can do it, so can you. Please,
Yes,
if he can do
everybody
it,
can do it.
yes,
I mean,
everybody
yeah,
can do it.
everybody can do it. You just have to
Yeah,
like have that will. Maybe there
yeah.
might be something in life that will push you. Like me now, I used to say then that, oh, my own kind of development is support driven. So
Oh
there's no
God.
way to convince me otherwise that this thing I'm
Suffer
doing
driven
like
development, SDD. Yes.
SDD.
Yes.
So depending on what is pushing you, you can do it. You just need to find the right motivation.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming up on this podcast. I know once this thing pops out, surely my 50,000 followers I just missed YouTube is taking for 52 subscribers. They will definitely interact with this. And hopefully, once the channel grows and grows more, I want you to come back. Or can you? I mean, you can come back for the next episode. Next episode, yes.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
sure, we can.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
can do that.
Yes. Okay. Good. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next episode. Trust his profile links, rather his social media links will be in the description below. Make sure you like, follow, interact with his content. If you need to even ask questions about upload care, go and bomb them because I know I might go and bomb them after this call. I might go
Oh,
and
don't
bomb them
worry.
if they're going to join him with his work because I love his, he seems like a very good guy and I love his work ethic. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye.
All right, thank you. Do have a nice day. Bye.